All right, we're here at Sonny Wong's house. We're gonna go check out his solar system, see how he liked it. Come on.
Hey, yo!
Sonny, how you doing, brother? Good to see you.
Yeah, man. Well, welcome in, guys. Come on in.
Let's go check it out.
Welcome to the Wong
I'm in my
Crate.
dojo and half loaded, smoking roaches. You barely notice, but I'm floating when I spit my opus. See my focus, I've been training in the pit of cobras. You blink, head floating off your shoulders. I use my hocus pocus, manifest the dopest moments, while soaked MCs barely float with broke components. I hear you calling, but I ain't got the room. Only one sarcophagus can floss in this tomb, and that's mine. Mr. Third Eye Blind, Mr. Float out the picture like
We're here
a
with Sonny Wong, a legend, Sonny of the Fly God. His handle on Instagram, follow him, as he is a local legend with his art that he has all around the community, his music. A true artist here that we are happy to have been able to service here in Humboldt County through Six River Solar. Sonny, good to have you, man.
Thank you.
We really want to just kind of get an idea of like, what motivated you to even start down the path of thinking about solar?
Well, I've always been interested in solar power. I just didn't know what kind of hoops to jump through, and I think really just not knowing is what held me back. But I always wanted to. It seems like the next step, not being reliant on the grid, having the freedom, if the power goes out, still power your house.
Good. Yeah, I mean, we find that a lot of people don't make the decision because it can be overwhelming. It's like analysis paralysis. I don't know where to start, right?
100%.
Online can be a little bit overwhelming, right?
Yeah.
That's cool. How did you get approached? Like, what was the first? Did you call us? Did we?
No, actually, you were in the neighborhood, and you came up. Honestly, this would have never even happened had that interaction not happened. You explained that you were going to help us walk through the process. Also, the tax credit, was a big incentive,
Right.
And that the window was closing on that, and we want to act.
That's awesome. Yeah, and since you mentioned it, the tax credit, it being such a big deal and is about to expire, which was great that you were able to capitalize on it. What are you guys able to use the tax credit, and how has that impacted your guys' decision on doing this in the first place?
Well, it makes it more affordable for sure, and that really is the number one motivator when it came right down to like, are we going to be able to afford this, and look at the numbers and be like, all right, yeah, especially when we offset our power bill.
Sure. I'm curious because this is about to change. The industry is about to take a shift where the tax credit's about to be gone, right? Do you think it could have still made sense if the tax credits wasn't in play?
I mean, 100% still makes sense in the long run, especially.
Mm-hmm.
It's just more pleasant right now because of the immediate benefit to that. But in the long run, I think, eventually everyone's probably going to have solar panels on their houses, in a smart, climate sensitive world. It's one of the smartest ways to get power.
Totally. I mean, we're literally digging something out of the ground and burning it for energy. It's like, how long will we be able to do that, right? So, that's really cool because we always want to like push the narrative towards this product, whether it's being incentivized to do it currently with tax incentives or it's just the right thing because PG will inevitably surpass in cost than what your solar system would inevitably be costing you, right?
Yeah.
Cool, man. I obviously knocked your door originally, which started the whole process. From the time that I knocked on your door, from the time the installation crew came and got you installed. Tell us a little bit about that process and how it was for you dealing with Six River Solar.
Well, it was painless to start off with. And thank you for everything you helped walk through, and your installation crew. They knocked it out in 2 days. First day they had the wiring going through the attic, the racks up on the roof. The next day the panels were up, cleaned up the job site, and it was out. So from start to finish, working with you was maybe a week, to get to the process of filling out paperwork, applying for the loan, getting approved for the loan, and then, until the installation team showed up, 2 days, knocked it out. It was super easy.
Super easy, yeah. It almost seems too good to be true. Some people are like, where's the catch?
I mean, there's no catch.
It's just instant savings out the gates and independence, right? You get a battery backup to go along with your system. How's that battery made you and the family feel as far as having it now? What kind of peace of mind does that offer?
Well, I mean, Okay. Other than our obsessively checking the app that shows us exactly what's happening, we haven't pulled from the grid since day one that the panels are up.
That's amazing.
Yeah, that right there is like, look, I mean, I've had 2 power surges at my studio in Ferndale since we've had these things on there. I've got to drive over there. I've got some printers that have to be on, so I have to go and turn them on. I mean, if I had panels there, I wouldn't have that problem.
Right.
I make my living off my computer, and I don't have to worry about it getting a surge. I don't have to worry about the power going out and not being able to work. There's so much really that's involved in that, because we want to buy a new stove, a kitchen stove, and a new dryer. Those are gas currently, and now we're like, oh, we can switch that out and even lower our PG&E bill even more, because we will be not using as much gas. They switch to an electric stove, electric dryer. So we haven't really even probably fully conceptualized everything that is, we're still going to benefit from. It's because we haven't jumped through those hoops yet.
Yeah, and we had a consultation to kind of get an idea of like, should we be planning for the future, and what do we want to do with power? It's like, we get people all the time, and I think I may mention this to you. It's not how much power do I need for my current usage. It's what is my roof capable of, and then what can I do with that, right? It's kind of a backward consideration, right? We get a lot of people who, are kind of on the fence as to whether or not to go solar. What would you say to somebody who was just kind of not quite there yet in their decision?
Well, I mean, that's a big one. It literally pays for itself. When we start, our power goes back into the grid, and we start offsetting our power bill. The loan payment is less than what our PG&E bill was. So for someone, if they're worried about the financial burden, it's like what you're doing already anyway. As things change in the future, like we have an electric car, and now we'll be charging that car for free, and it's like, maybe the next car we get, we choose an electric car because of that also, another one.
Yeah.
So if someone's on the fence, I don't really see a downside to going solar. And I would say just do it.
Yeah. Most of people's hesitation is just change, right?
Yeah.
Kind of apprehensive to make a switch from what they've been accustomed to their whole life.
Yeah. And if you're like without help and guidance, it is kind of a daunting thing to even look into, like what systems, or how do I get funding, or any of those things. Definitely, had we've been talking about solar for years, had you not come and sat down with us and showed us, we wouldn't have solar right now.
Sure.
So
well, I'm glad, because that's usually when people are like, how come everyone hasn't had it? And I say, well, I haven't got a chance to talk to everyone yet. Like it's the truth. Most people have analysis paralysis and just won't do it until someone they know directly does it first, right? So a trendsetter, right? Which is why we need to do this, so that we can say, listen, Sonny did it, you should too. I do have a question about, like, you got competitive bids.
Yeah.
You wanted to see what's on the other side of the fence, and tell me a little bit about what you found and what you ultimately decided to go to the Six Rivers, and why did you choose to do so?
Well, yeah, we did get competitive bids, and I mean, they were just competitive. I already started a relationship with you. There's no reason for me to switch, after I did my homework and looked into it. It wasn't like you guys were ripping us off and there was a better deal. It was comparative. So it was an equal bid.
As far as cost, right?
Yeah, it's cost.
Did you find any differences in outside value besides just price, right? Whether it was the company itself, or the equipment, or anything else outside of just the price?
Well, no. I mean, honestly, I liked the relationship that we began, and to me, that was like lock in. So you guys communicated well about it. You educated me in what I needed to know about it, and it just felt good. So that's really what locked it in for me. For me, relationships are some of the biggest deal makers, and I usually go by my gut instinct at that point.
I love that. So we were competitive from the other guys, and most of the time we're the big name in the industry here specifically. So everyone thinks big name, big price, which just isn't the case. We're very, very competitive when it comes down to it. You did your due diligence that seemed to kind of match that reality.
Yeah.
How has going solar changed the way you think about energy at your home?
Well, just like I was saying about appliances, way we heat our house, the way we dry our clothes, the way we charge our vehicle. We're looking at it a different way now. Like, oh, what are these other little changes we can make also to maximize what we've done?
It's no longer just flip the switch and wait for the bill, right?
Right.
Now you get to dictate how you want to use the power, and if you want to integrate with the grid that's outside of your home's capacity, right?
Right.
Gives you that freedom, that ability to manage how you see fit and dictate the cost how you see fit.
Yes.
So I love that, and that's the exciting part. It's like, what's next?
Right.
Right. I own an energy making machine.
Yeah. I mean, we're just excited and still geeking out going through the app.
Sure.
And how thorough the app is and what you can see, and and we obviously don't have that much data yet on our system, but it's hard not to look at it when I know the sun's out and I'm like, oh my god, it's my battery's 100% full, and it just feels good.
It's a good feeling, yeah. I get the same in my house as well, and like we'll do a little video of like what the weather is right now, but it's not great.
It's not great.
I mean, it's
Humboldt, it's Humboldt County.
It looks gnarly outside. Like I don't even see the sun.
Yeah.
And yet your system is basically producing what you're using in real time right now.
In real
Still
time.
not pulling from the grid.
Yep.
Even though it's cloudy and nasty outside.
Yep, that's a fact.
That's awesome. That was one of the exciting parts when I noticed, because it's a big misconception.
Yeah.
Solar doesn't work in Humboldt because we tend to feel like we're overcast a lot or foggy or things like that. And it's just a huge misconception. Your solar system still does kick butt.
And you can see it in real time.
Right. Exactly. Cool. Now you got 26 panels on your roof. That is a 10 kilowatt system. And you also got 24 kilowatt hour storage. And this is through a PointGuard system, which is a very up and coming revolutionary product that has taken kind of the United States by storm. We were one of the pioneers to take it on first in the United States, which is awesome. Can feel scary. What are some of the things that you like about the PointGuard system?
Well, I mean, I don't have that much knowledge about it yet, but for right off the bat, I like how clean it is. It's aesthetically pleasing.
Sure.
It doesn't take up a lot of room. It's kind of tucked into the corner of our garage. And again, its usefulness with the app, so I can see what I can understand, it is great.
Yeah. Very user friendly from what we get as far as feedback from the app itself.
We cleaned up the power box. It's a brand new breaker system in there. It's all super clean, super labeled. That alone is an upgrade.
Yeah, it's a load hub, right? Yeah, load hub. That allows you to manage things remotely from your phone. If things go on, you can manage it from time, whether it's the car, big loads, turning things off if the power outage happens and you're draining your batteries. Just turn some things off.
Yeah.
Really cool feature that PointGuard offers. As you were going through the process, you said that, what's the catch? Some people talk about what's the catch? How is it too good to be true? What's going on? Was there anything that surprised you about either how solar works, or the process with the utility company, or the process with Six Rivers specifically? Did anything surprise you? Maybe that's where I was misunderstanding.
Yeah, no, not at all. I mean, you explained everything that was going to happen. It happened as you explained it, and I did have a preview of how your assembly or the team that comes and puts the stuff on, because they did our neighbor's house also.
Oh yes.
And I watched that process, which also only took 2 days, and my neighbors have nothing but awesome things to say about them. So I wasn't surprised or waiting for anything. I kind of knew what was going to happen by that time, and it happened just like that.
It's super important for me, for my team. And I think I even told you here, I said, listen, Sonny, the numbers do all the talking. My job is not to sell you solar. You're going to want it no matter what. My job is to give you a great experience. That way you tell the next person you should really talk to Adam and or Six Rivers, because that experience was seamless.
Yeah, and I totally will too. So, if anyone wants solar, hit up Adam or Six Rivers.
Love that. Thank you, Sonny. I appreciate it. I think I have maybe one or two more questions. Let's see. Would you recommend Six Rivers Solar to a friend or a family member?
Absolutely.
Totally. And I like to sign off with this one. If PG&E came knocking on your door and said, Sonny, we're going to do you a favor. We're going to get rid of all those solar panels. We're going to pay off the debt on the loan. You don't have to pay for nothing. We're going to get you back on the utility grid and get you back working with us. What would you tell them?
Yeah, no way. There's no way.
No way.
No. I'm sticking to solar.
Let's go. I love it. Independence. Sonny Wong here in the flesh. Let's go actually take a look at your system outside.
Sounds good.
Right on.
You missed the bus, now it's going, gone. No need to fuss, man, it's all on Wong. I used to have a dream, but I watched it fade away and sparkle off and star just to wait for later days. You missed the bus, now it's going, gone. No need to fuss, man, it's all on Wong. I find myself in hyperspace floating all alone. And also when I meditate, I'm deep within my dome. I used to hit the store, buy some 40s and some hot sauce. Now I'm watching movies with samurais and top knots. It used to be many things and always on my rostop. Now it's pampered boxes and my hamper's full of Oshkosh. Even with the bad coffee, always...
This is the controller, always going to be with every system independent.
Because there's people who have solar panels but don't have batteries. Is that correct? They're just
Absolutely.
okay. And really, so what we have is like a peace of mind that we have. The grid's out, sun's not shining. We still have 24 hours of power.
Totally. That's the idea. Is like, and maybe we could talk a little bit about like that agreement, right? Is like, right now you're in the NEM 3 agreement, right? Where your buyback for the power is very bad, and most people think it doesn't make sense to go solar anymore. Well, instead of selling power to the grid for pennies and then tonight buying it back for dollars, you're going to store all that extra money and power into this guy, and tonight use that money at full value, so that you're not buying and selling or trading.
If the sun's not out, getting PG&E power.
Right. So that exchange, while it's not ideal, this is the solution to avoiding those cost discrepancies. So yeah, we love the peace of mind. Not only is it for outage protection, but it's a piggy bank to store your power, right? So that you can use it how you want to at the rates that you want to. 24 kilowatts worth of battery. I mean, you're an artist, and you had mentioned what you liked specifically was the cleanliness of it. I mean, tell me a little bit about like...
Yeah, I mean, I'm a Mac person. I like my Apple phone. I like how clean they are. This has the same feel to me. You know, it's not this bulky, ugly thing in my garage. It looks nice. It feels nice. So yeah, I appreciate that too.
Totally. Most people think it's a wall of batteries. It's like, no, this thing only hangs off like a foot off the wall, you know. And if you ever wanted more battery, it's not more wall space. It's just a little bit vertically. If you ever wanted more, which you can get up to 2 more battery stacks and have this thing up this tall. If you needed more storage, which is very easy to accommodate. You also get the load hub from PointGuard, which is a very unique piece of equipment where, like you said, all your circuits get put into here now.
Yeah.
Right?
So much cleaner than what my breaker looked before.
Totally.
Yeah.
And it all goes in here, and the reason it goes in here is so that you can manage it remotely. So now it's all directed to the app. Now you can set timing for certain loads. Let's say you're out of town or out of the house and the power goes out. You can say, oh my God, my electric vehicle's plugged in and it's draining my battery. Turn that thing off, right, remotely, which most cars have that feature anyway, but nonetheless, you have the ability to manage it through your app, through the smart load hub. So we love this piece of equipment. Most companies don't offer it. PointGuard and Sig Energy is one of the ones that have this awesome piece of equipment to go along with your solar system. So more manageability, more better, how I like to say it.
I love it.
Cool. So we got a ton of panels out there. I like to kind of take a look because you got them right here on the south side, don't you?
Yeah. Yeah. We've got 12 out here.
And I mean, you got a black roof, you got a dark house, you got dark panels, everything kind of like blends really nicely. And some people admittedly don't like the look of them.
Yeah.
I mean, what's your opinion?
You know, I don't mind the look of them. You know, to me, it looks like the future, you know? And yeah, it doesn't, yeah, my roof's dark already. It doesn't bother me at all.
Some people like to see it as like, well, I drive up every day, now it's my moneymaker, right?
Yeah.
Did you like those vents before they went up there? Yeah, you forget about them, right?
I don't hate ya, it's just the call of nature. You don't blame the great right when he gone and